Today, we will talk about the thinker who shook empires with his words, whose principles changed the thinking of not only politics but the whole world. We are talking about Karl Marx. So, let's talk about some important things you should know about Karl Marx and his thought. Karl Marx was born on May 5, 1818, in Trier, a quiet but history filled city in Germany. The city was once part of the Roman Empire, and perhaps this is where the roots of change grew within them. His full name was Karl Heinrich Marx. This name became a symbol of an ideology in the coming times. His father, Heinrich Marx, was a lawyer by profession and had a keen interest in law and justice. His mother, Henrietta Pressburg, came from a family that was educated and culturally rich. At the age of 17, Marx entered the University of Bonn. There, his attention was more in discussions and debates than in studies. He later began studying at the University of Berlin, where he developed a deep grasp of philosophy, history, and law. Marx believed that the real essence of human history is class struggle. This tussle between the rich and the poor decides the direction of civilization. According to him, capitalism is a system that exploits the labor of workers, and in time the working class will make a revolution against it. In 1848, he wrote a document with his friend and colleague Friedrich Engels that changed the political map of the world, the Communist Manifesto. This book was not just a manifesto but also the seed of the revolutions of the coming decades. Marx spent a large part of his life in London, where he wrote his most famous work, Das Kapital. Das Kapital delved into the depths of capitalism and exposed its weaknesses. His thinking deeply influenced the politics of Russia, China, Cuba, and many other countries. His ideas gave birth to systems like socialism and communism. Interestingly, this man who changed history himself lived in poverty. In London, he also saw days when there was no money even for food in the house. His wife, Jenny von Westphalen, was his biggest strength, who supported him in every difficult time. Marx famously said, "Religion is the opium of the masses." He believed that religion diverts people's attention from real problems. He also said that real freedom in society will come only when class distinctions are eliminated. In his life, he worked in many newspapers, but his ideas were so revolutionary that newspapers were often closed. Marx was not a brilliant orator, but his strength in the written word was amazing. The lines he wrote became slogans, and the slogans gave birth to revolutions. Marx died in London on 14th March 1883 after a long illness. He was buried in Highgate Cemetery, where his tombstone is still a source of inspiration for thinkers and students. At the time of his death, few people probably understood how much this man would influence the politics of the coming 100 years. Marx's thought influenced not only economics but also art, literature, and culture. The number of those who criticize him is as great as those who believe in him. But there is no doubt that Karl Marx changed our view of the world forever. Karl Marx was not just a man, he was an idea, a wave which is still flowing today. Agree or disagree with them, but you can't ignore them.